Hi guys, now today we will study about Ohm's law. Okay, so simply Ohm's law we can understand by using a diagram. A diagram is just like we have taken a wire. Okay, so this wire, actually this is a uniform wire. First of all, it's a uniform metallic wire, that is uniform conductor. So uniform wire be there, and connected with a potential difference with a cell. If its potential be V, alright, and the length of the wire be L. So what happens, because this one is positive terminal and this one is negative terminal, so accordingly this face, that is this cross sectional area of this wire, just behaves like a positive surface. So according to that, an electric field, it is directed in this direction and therefore the current density be also in this direction. Why? Because current is also flowing in same direction. Alright, why? Because the number of electrons be there in the wire. Alright, and inside this wire, this number of electrons be, it is flowing from this terminal to this terminals, because your electron be just negatively charged, that's why. So here we have used the current I, that is conventional current. Accordingly we have this current density is in this direction. Okay, so if the electric field be E, the potential be V, and your length of this part of the conductor be L, so we know that there is a relation with this electric field and this current density, that electric field, this one is directly proportional to the current density. Alright, okay, and we know according to Ohm's law stand, actually Ohm's law, it is just to understand it is very difficult. Okay, because there is a number of changes be there in Ohm's law that depends upon the conductor. Alright, so because here we have taken ohmic conductor, that's why. So according to that, so whenever you will replace this proportionality constant, so you will get a constant be there, and this one is rho. Suppose it is denoted by like that. So your rho is, it just it is E by J. Okay, and you just take its magnitude, so accordingly you just put in mod. So your rho, it is just E by J. Okay, and this one is a result, what that is tan, that this one is resistivity of the conductor. Okay, so I am just writing here that rho be the resistivity of the conductor. Alright, okay, so it is just according to this law, that is Ohm's law. So now from here, if we analyze this one, this E and this J, because we have studied in last video and last class that there is a relation of current density, that it is the ratio of current that passes through a per unit cross sectional area, that is J is equal to I by A. So it is a relation. And now one more relation is there, that the potential difference to the end of the conductor be V from here. So a relation is that and why it is that that your electron is flowing in this direction, it is only due to the presence of electric field on this surface. Okay, so that's why your electrons that is flowing like that. So here we have taken a conventional current be there. Okay, this I. Alright. Okay, so just a relation from there, from this diagram, that I am just going to be write here, that potential is equal to E and the length of the conductor. So one relation be there also. So you just keep in mind this relation. Okay. So now from equation 1 and 2, what you will see from equation first and second, alright, that your rho, this one is E by J, alright. So just put the value of E. Your E is equal to, from this second equation, this one is V by L, that is potential by length of the conductor. And now J, this one is I, current by cross sectional area. So you just suppose that A be the cross sectional area of this conductor. So this one is I by A, or anywhere, because this one is uniform conductor, so anywhere you will get the same cross sectional area A. Alright. Okay. So what you are seeing from here, that this one is, if you will take like this, that V by I. Alright. So V by I is there. So what happens, this one will be in here, so this one is rho L by A. So a relation be there which is established. So you are seeing here that the ratio of potential by current is equal to rho L by A. And we know that V by I, this is a constant. Okay, another one, and this is called R. R being your resistance. So here is R is equal to rho L by A. So we have established here a relation in between length, cross sectional area of the conductor and the resistivity. So this is a R. So R is your resistance, and this is called Ohm's law. So according to Ohm's, we have known that your resistance inside the conductor, that depends on length of the conductor and cross sectional area. Okay, but on length it is directly proportional, and cross sectional area, for cross sectional area it is inversely proportional. So what it means, if your length will increases, your resistance will increases, but your cross sectional area will increases, then your resistance will decreases through that conductor. So you just keep in mind this concept, and this one is your another equation. So let it be equation 3. So what is this? This one is your resistance of the conductor. And one more thing, this conductor is your ohmic conductor. This is also called ohmic conductor. Ohmic conductor is also called linear conductor. So this is also called linear conductor. Alright. So this is the relation that we establish here, and this is called Ohm's law. Now apart from that, we can conclude more thing for this one. And this one is what, that we have got here Ohm's law. According to Ohm's law, that resistance be there, and one more thing, that resistance is measured in ohm. This is the SI unit, and this one is represented by like that ohm, for SI system. This one is for SI system. Okay. Now accordingly, from here you can find out the the unit of rho from here the unit of this row, that is resistivity. So this one is ohm meter, okay, in SI system. So ohm meter in SI system, this one is the unit of resistivity. All right, okay. Now another concept be there, and that is what, that we can take reciprocal of this one. So a note be there, and that is what, that reciprocal of resistivity is called conductivity. That is rho is equal to sigma is equal to 1 by rho, and we know that the unit of resistivity is ohm meter. So the unit of conductivity, that would be per ohm per meter. It is also written as mho per meter. So we will see on later on, we will see this one. So this one is another relation that we have got. So you just supposed to be this one is the next equation. I think it is equation 4. All right, okay. Now from here we can find out some, if we analyze for the flow of this electron inside this conductor. So from here what we will get, some more thing we can extract from here. But we have here a relation third was, relation third, that it was here, that R is equal to rho L by A. All right, it was your third equation. So now from here we can take one more note, and it is that reciprocal of resistance is called conductance, and conductance is generally represented by capital G. All right, okay. So this one is generally represented by G. So G is equal to 1 by R. All right, and its unit be, what is its unit? Per ohm, and per ohm can be written by mho, MHO. Okay, okay. Now from here we can see that electron be there, and each electron is flowing from right to left. So whenever it will flows, that means what, that the electrons that drifts inside the conductor. Why? Due to this electric field. Okay, that's why it started flowing, and in the flow of in its way of flowing, what happens, it just get collision, that is just get collide to the another, or to the number of electrons. So what happens, and a force that opposes to the flow of electrons. Okay, so whenever we will see its microscopic diagram, just I want to take its microscopic diagram. So what happens that electrons that flowing in a direction with a force due to the presence of this electric field, so electrons flowing with this force. So what happens due to the collision and force of opposition force that is inside the conductor, so that acting opposite to the direction of flow, and when it is flowing with an acceleration of a in the direction, in which direction, from right to left, so from right to left, in this direction it is just flowing. Okay, and because it is drifting inside the conductor, so the speed that we have find already, that I is equal to NEA Vd. Vd was the drift velocity and its magnitude would be drift speed. So it is flowing with a speed, so I am just taking drift speed. Okay, so with this speed, actually this is a force of opposition, so we can just write that opposite force, and this opposite force be written by k times v, Vd. So Vd your drift speed. Alright, so from there, so you just find its acceleration. So you just find out the acceleration of the electrons. Alright, so how you can find? So you can just find out from here that E minus, because your electrons is just flowing from right to left, you can see here, that's why this one is greater than this kVd. So E minus kVd is equal to mass of electron into A, acceleration of the electron. Alright, so now from here what you will get, simply from here you can just find out this acceleration be E minus kVd divided by mass of electron. Alright, so what happened, and instant become where acceleration that becomes 0 due to the increase of number of collisions, so your acceleration that becomes 0. Okay, so just you see here that due to number of collisions that takes place, that decreases an acceleration. That becomes 0. So from this equation, if this one is equation 1, so from equation 1 what happens that E minus kVd divided by m mass of electron, that is equal to 0. So if this becomes 0, so that will be also 0. So from here you will get that k times Vd is just is equal to E. Alright, and now from here you are seeing that we have considered already a k which is already a constant. So from here you can see that it is a constant. Okay, so if it is a constant, so from here you will get, you want to find Vd drift speed, so you will see that E by k into E. So this, the ratio of E by k, this one is another constant. Alright, so if it is another constant, so here we can write down that Vd is equal to E by k is equal to mu. So mu E be there. Alright. And what is mu? Mu is a mobility of electrons inside that conductor. So just write down mu is equal to drift speed by this electric field. So we have got a result, and this is called mobility. So whatever be our next equation. So here mu is what? Mu is mobility. Mobility. So this one is mobility of atom. Alright, and now from here you can find out its unit. So its unit be this one is meter per second, and this one is a volt per meter. So meter per second, volt per meter, so a square meter be there. So square meter per volt per second. So this is the unit of this mobility. So right now from this diagram we have seen number of things are there. That was, what was that? That resistivity, conductivity, resistance, conductance, and one another thing is there, that is mobility. Okay, so just keep in mind all these quantities that is widely used in numericals. Alright.